All right, what's up, guys? I wanted to do a quick little walkthrough on how I've been trading US 30 using the Easy Trend indicator. A lot of people have been seeing our posts lately and giving us awesome feedback. I wanted to make one thing very clear. We are not using the Easy Trend indicator strictly as a buy and sell signal. We are using multiple different time frames for confluence. We're using multiple different trading strategies. I look at the chart actually naked with nothing on it at first to actually give myself a bias and a clean overview before I jump in using the easy trend. To make this video as quick as possible, I'm just going to jump right in and kind of give you a layout of what I've been looking at on US 30 based with everything that's going on in the world as well. So we're on the 4 hour time frame right now, and really over the last, let's see how long it's been, 173, 175 days. Let's say we've been in this upward wedge that finally broke out back in the end of July. And then we've gotten some volatile moves to the upside. It looks like it kind of made a double top, and now we're coming back and we've been rejecting this bottom trend line where it was originally at in the wedge. So it'll be very interesting to see if we continue to break down below this or if we hold this area and continue to start breaking through the structure here to the upside. But this does look like a big fake out where it grabbed a lot of different buyers that were trying to jump into the market, thinking we're going to be going on another big run. And now it's wiped out a lot of their accounts and it's holding their trades. So a lot of people are probably sitting in a lot of drawdown right now, praying that this is going to bounce off this area and come back to the upside. What I like to do is just kind of get that bias, put some bigger support areas that I've found with some bigger trend lines here. And then what we'll do is I like to jump into the 15-minute chart. I'm going to go back to the bar chart here, and I'm going to turn on the easy trend indicator. I use the sessions tool, which gives me the sessions. This dark green area is what I call the green light to trade zone. This is the mix of London session and New York opening, and then the end of New York is actually right here. So this golden zone right here is the best time to trade, in my opinion. It's when the market is the most volatile. We're going to jump into today's trading session, and I'll show you some opportunities that I got to the buy and the downside. So right now you can see this is actually the bottom trend line that I showed you from the higher time frame, and you can see the day before we rejected this area and came back down, touched it again. Could have been some good buy opportunities, but the easy trend wasn't calling it out, so we didn't take it. We came back into London session here, and we started kind of pulling back off these little highs that we made during Asian session. And what I was looking for, I was actually looking for sells to come back down into this area here. I jump into the 5 minute when I'm looking to execute on a position. And I'm going to put both of these trends on here and open up the chart. So when we came into the market, and I'm going to show you how quick this can be to get into a position and then be able to get out. During London, we made a little bit of a low here. We pulled up. I came into the market right around this time. This is about 7 a.m. My time. And what I was waiting for was this break of structure below these lows and a hold below it. And you can see if I zoom in here, we got that right on this candle here where we closed and held below the low, even though we kind of made a pullback. What I did was I took a quick sell after here. When we closed, I put a stop loss pretty much above these wicks here on the candle. And you can see the easy trend already been in sells for a while. We called out this break of structure. And I targeted somewhere around this area for final take profit. But the market's been so volatile lately. This was 100 pips on gold, and literally in a matter of 5 minutes. And we got this push down. We're actually on the New York Open. So sometimes I actually like going into a trade right before the volatility, because the way that I scalp, I can get in and out very quickly and not have to, sit here for hours watching the screen. I'm busy. I do other businesses, and this gives me time to just get in and get out of the market very quickly. But I was continuing to watch the market, and I'll show the profits from the trades today. So you're actually watching this position that I entered on US 30 live right now. You can see the floating P&L. We end up closing out here for just over 1% gain. We have a 200K account that we trade every day, and you can see this was a very quick scalp. We entered one position and then those three others a little bit later on, and this was right at market open during the stock market. And right here you can see our profit for the day. We took 7 trades on US 30. We closed them out. After commissions, it was 26.29 was the total profit made for the day on that 200K account. I was continuing to watch the market, and it looks like we did reject off that higher time frame 4 hour uptrend that we were starting from half a year ago, and we came back up here. And when we broke above here, I started watching to see, once we broke above this EMA, if we'd get a long signal by the easy trend, which we did after we had this bullish engulfing candle that made the change of structure here. You can see the easy trend calls it out, change of structure. What I would look for is some type of support, which we started to make. It wasn't like that pretty, but we started making some kind of support right here. As soon as we break out again and hold right here, this could have been a good opportunity to scalp a buy, where you could have came up here. Let me put the long, could have put your stop loss somewhere down here. It's 100 pips, so you'd have to take lower lot sizes for sure. But you could have got a 1-to-1 risk to reward on this trade right here within a 5-minute candle as well. A lot of this is about being patient. But now that we kind of have this change of structure, what I'm waiting for is another break of structure, which ended up happening later on in the day during the latter half of New York session. You can see we got this bullish candle right here that broke above and called out a break of structure. You could have called out another buy signal right around here. Put your stop loss below this big candle here, 113 pips, but you see this definitely rode up, and we could have got a 1-to-1 risk to reward as well on this position here. So there's ample opportunities using it, but I wanted to show briefly that we don't just use the easy trend when it calls out a long. I don't take a buy immediately. When it calls out a sell right here, I don't take a sell immediately, even though obviously like on a day like today, it would have been very profitable to just do that. We were in sells, since early London session over here, could have made some good profit. Very volatile markets right now, but not every day is like that. There are some days that are choppy, and what I'm waiting for is multiple different confluences, multiple different areas where, like right now, when we're breaking way below here, and we've had sells from all the way back in Asian session, this is way overextended and is due for a pullback. I would not be looking for sells as it's crashing down into this area that we had a support from the past, looking at the higher time frame, because it's too much of a risk that we could get some kind of bounce and a rejection and a pullback. Because no matter what happens in any market, if it's tanking like this, it's got to breathe and come back before it's even going to come back down again like it did here. So you do need to be patient and wait for the right times to enter. Even though this is during my trading period here, I would be very hesitant to be entering a position, because the last break of structure was all the way up here during London session. So not every day there'll be a really great opportunity. Also looking at multiple different pairs to find the best setup is also very crucial. Sometimes if US 30 is not looking good, I'll jump over to NASDAQ and see if we have a better setup here, where we have a break of structure and we can maybe jump into some type of sell position. Or vice versa with a long. And don't get confused. Some people think, if I'm buying US 30, I have to be buying NASDAQ. Sometimes they work in whipsaw fashion, which means one's going up, one's going down. Does not mean you always have to trade the same pairs, the same direction. Hope this little video helped. Please reach out if you guys have any questions, and happy trading.